Good evening. I hope everybody had a great week. So tonight I just wanted, for my blog post, wanted to talk about communities of practice, communities of learners, and professional learning networks. So for my community of practice assignment, I was looking at Peel 21st and some of the experiences within the community and how we can move forward and where we can go next. So it's been interesting to observe, I don't know, I've had an interesting fall social media wise. We've had lots of interactions and communication. Somebody within the Peel 21st network actually received a comment from a parent saying where they replied to something that a student shared on Twitter. So there's been a lot of those great grand moments. But one of the nagging questions I still have is if a community of practice is necessarily a community of learners. More specifically, is it a professional learning network? So as we read Hugh's article last week on the diversity, identity, and belonging in e-learning communities, it was interesting to read the quote that she included on Wagner, where she says, Wagner argues that not all communities of practice are learning communities. So it definitely caught me off guard. It also was linking to a conversation that a keynote that I had the privilege of listening to during the Apple Educational Leadership Institute by Bill Rankin, when he talked about the need for an ecosystem of relationships, that we can often get into a monocultural organization, and that monocultural organization or that monocultural ecosystem ends up holding us back and holding us from moving forward. We don't really have a future when we only see ourselves. So moving forward, I guess the question for me really is, how can I make sure that I'm pushing or I'm contributing to that community of practice, making sure it's a community of learners? Do I have to become a community? Does everyone have to participate in that community of learners within that community of practice? Is it a bit like the targeted Venn diagrams, where everybody's part of the community of practice and we have some that are part of the community of learners? Or is it more of a fluid flow in between those two stages? Do we take on different roles at different times? And how do we make sure that we're continuously building that diversity and bringing more individuals in, while keeping that shared common goal? So lots of questions around community of practice as we head into our last couple weeks. Hope you have a great night.